Hey friends, this is Robert. You're watching Daybird Aviaries. I'm the bird master here, and I want to show you some of our birds that come from Africa. We don't have a lot that come from Africa. Most of our birds come from South America. And most of our parrots come from South America or Asia. We only have a few that come from Africa, and I want to kind of highlight those in today's video. They don't get a whole lot of coverage. So the smallest of all of our African birds are lovebirds. Now these cute, small, tiny little parrots come from Africa, from the wooded forests of Africa. They're going to flutter around like butterflies, aren't they?
Yeah.
Can you bring that one back to me, sweetheart?
Oh my god.
Now this is going to be hard to do. If I let go of them, they're going to fly away.
Yeah.
I have two lovebirds that were hand-fed here. You have watched them on other videos. This one is a little peach-faced lovebird. She is the sister to the little boy that Mary Carl got from Cog Hill Farms. And she is just adorable. She is a peach-faced lovebird.
Oh, look how cute
And she is just adorable. And there she goes.
It's fine. We'll catch her.
We're gonna leave her. She's on top of the TV.
I think that's her favorite spot.
The second one is a masked lovebird. And they are such sweet little birds. They actually, I think, have a better personality than the peach-faced lovebirds.
Oh yeah, that's so cute.
They're calmer, but maybe not quite as playful. So it really depends on what it is that you're looking for in a pet.
I always want playful.
But we have a couple pairs of each of these. We also have a couple pairs of Fisher's lovebirds. And so I'm going to cut now and take you out to the aviary and show you some of the adult pairs that we have. Hey friends, I have another small African parrot that I want to show you. This little girl was named Lucy, and she is a Senegal parrot. Now she's kind of like a lovebird. She's kind of like an African gray parrot. Now she's in the same genus with the red-bellied parrot and the Myers parrot, and the genus name is called Poicephalus, and that just simply means big heads. Now these little birds, they don't really have such a big head, but when you get up to some of the bigger birds of this type of bird, like the Jardine's parrot and the Cape parrot, their heads look really, really big. And so she is a sweet little girl. Now, she came to us from a lady who got sick and was no longer able to care for her. And so she lives with us now. And she's a sweet little girl. She likes to give kisses, and she likes to play with Legos. She likes to climb around, and we don't clip her wings, and so she can fly off at any moment like those little lovebirds did, those little pesky butterfly birds. But she chooses to be here with us. Now she does fly around some. She'll fly up to a curtain rod, and then she'll fly back right onto the top of my head. Well, this is Lucy, and she's a Senegal parrot. Beautiful bird. Obviously is not a parrot. She is a violet Tarocco, and her name is Blueberry. And she is a very good friend of mine. She came to us as a wee little bitty baby, just a couple weeks old, and we had to feed her blueberries and blackberries and cantaloupes and everything by hand before she was able to eat on her own. But she came to us from a friend out in California, and she was bred there. He has the mother and the father, and he sent her to us, and we have had her ever since. We've had her for about a year now, and she thinks I'm going to feed her again. Just look at that. She's swallowing my whole finger, and she can eat completely on her own right now. She eats a pelleted diet along with lots of fruits and vegetables, soft vegetables like steamed squash. She likes that. Although a couple nights ago she ate some boiled broccoli that was left on the kitchen table. She was out and flying around, and she had some broccoli. Now, like her namesake, Blueberry, that is her very favorite food. She likes blackberries, cantaloupe, mango, and papaya. Um, she's had some cucumber before, and she likes a few green leafy things every now and then. But she's a really cool bird, and people ask me, does she talk? No, she's not going to talk, but she does have some pretty cool vocalizations, which I think is just absolutely charming. I wish she would turn around so that we could. She doesn't like me to hold her, and so I can't really grab hold of her, or she's going to fly away. But this thing on her beak, that is her beak, and it goes all the way up above her eyes to her forehead. And I love that. I think that is just the most amazing thing in the world. Now, the cool thing about Turacos is the red color on their wings. That's not actually part of the feather structure. When you look at a red bird, a cardinal, or a scarlet macaw, or a red lory, that color that you see is because of the feather structure, the way the feather is actually made and created. But on a Turaco, the red color is actually a pigment that will wash off. You can actually, if you were to molt one of these red feathers, you could take it and put it in a cup of water, and the whole cup of water will turn red. Isn't that amazing? I think they're just absolutely cool. Now, another thing that's really cool and interesting about these, and I can't show you, is her feet. I wish she would turn around and let me show you her feet. Parrots have 2 toes that point forward and 2 toes that point backwards. Chickens have 3 toes that point forward and 1 toe that points backwards. She has a special toe that she can turn either forwards or backwards. So sometimes she has 2 in the front and 2 in the back, and sometimes she has 3 in the front and only 1 in the back. I think that's really cool also. And so this is Blueberry, and she is a violet Turaco, and she comes from Africa also. Let me turn that off. Hey, we got her to turn around. She did this all by herself, and she's still nibbling on my fingers. Look, you can see her head. Look how beautiful that is. And look, stand up just a little bit. Stand up, sweetie, don't fly away. But look, you can see her toes. See how she has 2 pointed forward and 2 pointed back? But look, this toe over here, it can turn inside or out. It can go forward or backwards depending on how she needs. If she's walking around on the ground, she kind of normally has 2 forward and 2 back. But if she's perched on a tree or on a limb, it's normally 3 forward and 1 back. Isn't that cool? What other bird does that?